Kelantan, situated on Malaysia's east coast, covers a vast area of 1,684,323 hectares. Its capital is Kota Baru, and Kubang Kerian holds royal significance. In this versatility of richness of cultures, Tumpat, a melting pot of cultures in northern Kelantan, is home to a population of around 181,700 as of 2021. Malays form the majority, with a significant presence of Siamese, Indian, and Chinese communities. The Siamese community, which has a strong presence here, has blended in and adopted local customs in their everyday life. The Siamese presence in Kelantan has given rise to the construction of Buddhist temples, which now stand as integral landmarks in the lives of the Siamese people in the region. The Siamese community, which has a strong presence here, has blended in with the Malay majority, adopting local customs in their everyday life and places of habitation. The Siamese presence in Kelantan has given rise to the construction of Buddhist temples, which now stand as integral landmarks in the lives of the Siamese people in the region. The Indian community left a mark on Tumpat when the railway station was built in the past. This community migrated here for work and gradually grew in size. Mr. Wee Kui Thea, known for his popularity as Dato Kaya Budi among the residents of Tumpat, held a special place in their hearts. The title of Dato Kaya Budi was bestowed upon the late Mr. Wee Kui Thea by the former Royal Highness, Sultan Ismail ibn al-Ma'am Sultan Muhammad IV, on July 21, 1935. This title was considered one of the most prestigious titles ever awarded by the Royal Highness himself in those days. Mr. Wee Kui Thea received this particular title due to his acts of kindness and unwavering support for the people of Tumpat and the royal family.
1948 is Malayan Union, but before that, negeri-negeri bersekutu dan negeri yang tidak bersekutu. Kelantan is never bersekutu. Kelantan, Kedah, Terengganu never bersekutu. They have their own kepala, so they don't think about Barisan Nasional or Pakatan Harapan. They have their own way of thinking. That has been like that. But historically, Kelantan, Terengganu, Kedah, Satun, Patani, and Narathiwat, and Patalong, up to Nakhon Si Semarang, these are the countries which we known as Langkasuka.
There were 3 lines of Kapitan China in Kelantan and 1 in Tomo in South Thailand. The 3 lines were Upper Kampung China, nearer Sungai Keladi; Lower Kampung China, towards Kuala Pulai. So in these 3 categories, Dato Kaya Budi is included in Lower Kampung China, towards Kuala.
Ini dia baca dulu, bukan baca ini, baca dia tu, baca orang tanah merah kan, tanah baca pada tanah kan. Ni ada dua kita, dia usaha sendiri, dia macam peling apa dulu lah, macam muat gini kita lah, bilik nak sini. Dulu mana ada peling tu, kemudian tak ada dulu. Kemudian ayat mulut lah. Kalau tak kena ni.
The original structure is mostly made of red brick, which was chosen for its many advantages. Surprisingly, there were no formal drawings used in the construction process, instead relying on Dato Kaya Budi's direct instruction of the labor. Mr. Wee Kui Thea, well known for his philanthropy, built strong community ties through his business success and generous, kind-hearted nature. His dedication to the people continued until the year 1965, when he took his last breath, surrounded by his beloved family.
Dan dia pernah buat dah rumah pertama istana Bukit Tanah. Tapi dia tak dapat duduk, dia bagi kat Sultan apa tak tahu lah masa tu. Tapi dalam ni ada cerita lah. Lepas tu baru dia mai buat yang ni. Yang asal rumah sana lah. Ni rumah kedua dia lah. Kalau kira yang tu dia hadiah. Dengan sebab tu lah dipanggil Datuk Kaya Budi. Lepas tu jalan ni pun jalan Datuk Kaya Budi. Kalau dulu orang panggil, kalau orang kita duduk mana, duduk kat ni, oh dekat rumah Datuk Kaya Budi, Papiola lah. Gitu.
Mr. Wee Kui Thea gifted Istana Bukit Tanah to Sultan Ismail IV, earning him the title, Dato, Kaya Budi. His family gained fame and respect in Tumpat, especially from the royals, due to their charitable deeds. Dato Kaya Budi's mansion was developed with influences from Malay vernacular architecture, British colonial architecture, Chinese architecture, and Thai Siamese architecture. However, this mansion is more focused on colonial because it was built in 1927, when it was still under British rule, to Malay land. The use of 4 different architectural styles throughout the building, from the base to the top, is what interests me the most. Dato Kaya Budi's residence reflects both traditional and modern design features of the time. In the past, it was also the most luxurious and rich mansion in the Tumpat neighborhood. Although the Kelantan Museum is still in the planning stages, the mansion has received numerous restorations and repairs as of late because it will be used as an agricultural museum. The mansion's architectural elements, which still exist along with the artistic ones, include the roof, vents, walls, pillars, staircases, doors, windows, and decorative elements. The decorative elements in this mansion are influenced by Malay vernacular architecture such as Eka Itik, Pinnacle, Tunjuk Langit, fascia board, Papan Kantik, and the shape of the roof itself, which is Bembang Potong Perak. British colonial architecture elements in this mansion such as the veranda and ventilation suit the climate. Air ventilation and the courtyard of this mansion are influenced by Chinese architecture. Thai architecture features steeply sloping tile roofs, open-air areas, and lush gardens. However, after the building was taken over by the Tumpat District Council and made into their office, the building was repaired and modified according to their needs. This caused some elements in the building to be missing and lost original construction in the past. Taking inspiration from the British Georgian architectural style of that era, typical colonial door designs consisted of either 4 or 6 panels arranged in a symmetrical configuration. The 6-panel door was so widely used that it has often come to be known as the colonial door, and this design remains the predominant choice for raised panel doors, even in modern times. It is the style we commonly refer to as colonial to this day. All of the doors were made of timber and added with louvers and transoms. Top door with the addition of louvers to allow ventilation through the building, and another top door with the addition of fixed glass to allow sunlight penetration to pass through the building. Doors with stained glass enhance the aesthetic value of the interior space. For the window, every detail of the window design, from the size and shape of the panel to the clarity and color of the glass, affects the atmosphere inside a building and the connection to the outside world. From tiny leaded panes to glass walls, windows have framed our changing views. Glassmaking was an ancient art practiced by the Egyptians as early as 3500 BC. It was the Romans who developed clear glass and began to use it sparingly in the windows of important buildings. German craftsmen developed techniques for producing larger panes of glass in the 11th century, but glazed windows were a great luxury. For the arch known as the Roman arch, the semicircular arch forms a semicircle and is the main feature of all Roman architecture, is distinguished by semicircular arches, substantial walls, and tiny windows. Strongly built, this gate was the portico during the British colonial era and is still there now. It is located in front of the mansion. There are flower decorative located in the middle of the arch. The motive inspired by allemande flowers. There is air ventilation in Dato Kaya Budi's mansion, which is a Kiran Gaya swastika. For thousands of years, different ethnic groups and cultures have adopted the swastika as a symbol. It's crucial to take the historical and cultural setting into account when swastika motifs are seen in colonial structures. Whole block white cement serves as one form of air ventilation in Dato Kaya Budi's mansion. These hollow concrete blocks are often referred to as knockout blocks. These holes are frequently seen in large structures because they can reduce the dead load and make it simpler to enter and exit the wind. For ventilation and natural light, permanent wall holes in structures use perforated concrete blocks or other materials. Dato Kaya Budi's mansion is one of the first structures in the Tumpat area to adopt colonial architecture. This structure was initially influenced by the British presence in Pulau Pinang. The building's numerous uses of columns are clearly seen both inside and out. The column-style construction revolution persisted over time. This building has a total of 45 columns. Out of these, 45 are on the lower level, and 36 reach up to the first floor. The entrance area has special octagon-shaped columns, which represent nobility. The columns are of the Tuscan type, one of 5 Roman column styles. Most of the columns are made of reinforced concrete, but 12 of them are Tuscan style. There are 2 primary staircases in the Dato Kaya Budi's mansion, both of which are positioned precisely. One set of stairs is inside the building and connects the first floor to the ground floor, while the other set of stairs is outside the building and leads directly to the first floor. The first level is situated in the middle of the structure, close to every room. The second staircase, however, is on the building's left side from the exterior. The staircase's last landing is divided into 2 sections, the interior and the exterior. Old wood and a combination of concrete steps make up the majority of the materials used to construct staircases. Upon entering through the front gate, we are greeted by beautiful scenery and a porch adorned with elegant marble tiling. The plasterwork displays various influences and intricate details. There are 2 staircases providing access to the first floor, while the primary entrance to the ground floor's interior is through the main door. The spacious ground floor, once a grand living room, has undergone a transformation and now serves as the central counter room. Through the lounge area, one can access the charming side porch, while the dining area provides access to the outdoors through the right and left wings, respectively. These spaces have been repurposed into exhibition rooms by the Jabatan Kerja Raya. Moving further, you'll find the kitchen and an office space with a reading area, which conveniently connects to the outdoors through a back door. This area has been transformed into an aquatic exhibition space, providing access to the main office, storage facilities, and utilities. Initially, the first floor of the mansion during Dato's era is believed to have bedrooms of his family members. Ground floor was more for the public or guests, and the first floor was private spaces for the users. However, Majlis Dira Tumpat changed the layout of the mansion according to their specific needs during their ownership. After the fire incident, the museum set a new plan for the mansion. First floor is more spacious compared to the ground level because of the arch openings between the layout. The first floor consists of a big exhibition area, balcony on the left and right side of the mansion, which opens up to neighborhood views on both sides. The rear part of the first floor consists of a spacious terrace which opens up to the backyard of the mansion. The front part of the first floor consists of a space called Unjong, which also has a circulation space which leads to the ground floor. The first floor, Unjong, is more special than the ground floor because of the half-hexagon shape of layout with big window openings around it. Back in the Dato's era, this unjong only consisted of balustrades along the hexagon layout. This was an open unjong, where so many natural lights were captivated back in the days. There was another backstory about this particular space. During Lunar New Year, Dato himself always threw a festive feast on this unjong for his family and friends, which was visible from the neighborhood. The existence of decorative elements at Dato Kaya Budi's mansion represents the integration between functionalism and architectural aesthetics. Its decoration, form, and pattern. It represents a society's way of life, beliefs, and philosophy in general, and it is a significant component of a culture's originality. This feature is located outside the building and has a diamond design. It follows the British colonial style. As a part of the ASTAKONA team, we are delighted to have the opportunity to learn about the historical significance and architectural marvel of this mansion. We are deeply grateful to Dato Kaya Budi for leaving behind this architectural masterpiece, which has allowed us to delve into the world of architecture and history.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Ahmad Humaizi bin Hashim selaku Ketua Kumpulan ASTAKONA dalam subjek SGA 2393 Lukisan Terukur bagi sesi 2023 berasa amat bersyukur kehadrat Ilahi di atas komitmen dan kerjasama yang telah diberikan oleh ahli kumpulan sepanjang tempoh kajian ini dijalankan. Tidak lupa juga kepada para pensyarah yang telah turut serta membantu kami dalam menjayakan kajian ini. Diucapkan jutaan terima kasih. Banyak ilmu pengetahuan yang kami dapat sepanjang tempoh melakukan kajian ini. Antara hasil pembelajaran yang kami dapat ialah menghasilkan lukisan terukur di rumah Agam Dato Budi, Kuih Tiaw, Tumpat, Kelantan yang dibina pada tahun 1927 serta dapat mendokumentasikan bangunan tersebut. Dengan berkat kesabaran dan kerjasama yang semua berikan oleh semua pihak, dapatlah pasukan kami menghasilkan kajian ini dengan jayanya. Sekian, terima kasih.